everybody, and welcome to the Claude Code. I am your host, Claude Racine, and I am here to suffocate your bullshit so that you can actually win at life. And today, I have my second guest ever on the Claude Code, and her name is Kaycee, and we're going to dive into her story in just a minute. Here we go.
Welcome to the Cloud Code!
Hi, everybody. This is Kaycee Frost. She is another glow getter.
Yes.
And you joined me, what, March?
February 22nd.
Of 2023. Wow. So we've been together for a while, and she started on my regular group program. And then one day she was like, I need to learn how to do what you do. And so we got on some business coaching together, and now she is a coach herself.
Yes, I am.
Kaycee, welcome to the Claude Code.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome, and thank you for being here. And this is the first day we've met in person.
Yes.
Which is so weird because online, like I see you almost all the time, every day online. And I'm like, have we really never squeezed each other in real life? Okay, well, that was nice. It was nice to squeeze you. Where are you from?
I'm from San Diego.
San Diego.
Originally, yeah. But I've been here since 89. So I'm a transplant.
Well, aren't we all?
Yeah.
You know. And can you please tell everybody how old you are?
I am 53, a proud 53-year-old. Yes, I am.
I will never believe it. I will never believe it. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your story of, where I know you've gone through some things in your life. So let's start there. Let's start with, what obstacles have you overcome and what was like maybe that moment, just the deepest, darkest, lowest moment of life.
Okay. So I started using drugs at 13.
Wow.
Yes. 13 years old, somebody said, hey, you want to smoke some weed? And I said, sure. And then next thing you know, I was off to the races, and that happened in San Diego, And so it just got progressively worse. And so then we moved out here to Las Vegas in 89, and I was 19 years old, and I tried to leave all that behind me, but it didn't happen.
You moved here with your parents?
Yes, yeah. And I tried to leave it behind me. I didn't have any idea of how deep I was actually in. And it got worse and worse. And then I turned 21, and it was on. The party was on, because now I'm legal to go wherever.
Well, when you say worse and worse, like, do you mean, because you're looking at someone who has done no drugs?
Right.
So, okay, I did ecstasy 1.5 times. That's it. And I did smoke weed like 10 times my whole life. But when you say worse, is it like the frequency, the kind of drugs you did?
All that. The frequency went from once in a while to every day to multiple times a day to not just smoking weed, but smoking meth and doing meth. And I am a 20-year meth user.
You used meth for 20 years?
Yeah.
I didn't know that somebody could survive that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I only lost a tooth.
Are those your real teeth?
Yes.
They're such good teeth. They're like really white.
Well, so so then I had a child. And it was about 10 years of solid use, and then I had
from like 19 to 29.
From like 13 to 24, and then I had a child, and then I thought that was going to save me, right? Like, I'm going to be able to love this little person more than I love myself, because I didn't love myself, which is, why I was where I was at. So that didn't help. I mean, it helped. She saved my life. My daughter absolutely saved my life. She gave me a reason and a purpose to get up and live every day.
Yeah.
And, but I couldn't continue doing what I was doing, toting this little kid around, you know. It wasn't fair to her. I knew God had other plans for me. I just didn't know. So my deepest, darkest moment was I was fetal position in my apartment. She was at her grandma's house, and the Mormons came and knocking at my door. And I had no idea. All I knew was if it's them damn Mormons, tell them to get the hell out of here. That's all I knew about the Mormons, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't raised in any kind of church with any kind of religion or God or anything like that. But when they came, I let them in. And they prayed for me. And
What?
yeah. And they prayed for me. And I cried, and I don't know what happened that day, but a week later I checked myself into treatment. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
Kaycee.
Yeah, I checked myself in, and I just let somebody else take care of all my stuff and put my daughter over here with her grandma. And yeah, well, her dad, you know, whatever, he never really
Was in the picture.
figured it out. Like we were, yeah. So anyways, yeah. I got sober and I met my new baby daddy, bless you. And
Thank you.
he had it all, man. He had it all. He had a job.
Oh, a job.
And a motorcycle.
Dang.
And he had some sobriety. And I thought that this is how it's supposed to go down, right? This is a great guy, and he's got it all together. And so we proceeded to have a couple children, get married, do the thing. And he did not have it all together. And so, anyways, I went back out to
So you
discover-
had 2 more kids at the age of
31.
Okay.
I had Chrissy at 31.
Okay.
My youngest. Yeah. And so, yeah. So I decided to start drinking again for a little while. And yesterday, well, no, on the 2nd, I finally celebrated 14 years of sobriety.
wow.
That's great.
14 years.
14 solid years of sobriety.
Everything.
Everything. Nothing. No, nothing. Yeah.
And what was the moment you were like, I have to stop? Or what was that? What was that like?
It was terrifying. It was terrifying to think that this is going to be my life, that this is who I am. This is not who I am. This isn't what God wants for me in my life. He doesn't want this for these children, right? So, well, after I got sober with Kaycee and then I had these other kids, I had never really done pills up until that point. But my husband at the time started taking pills and stuff like that. So I just figured I'd give it a shot, and that's what ended up happening. I stumbled on that. And
Okay.
next thing I know, I was off to the races. It took me 7 years to come back. But
From being on pills.
yes.
Okay. So once you had Kaycee, your first daughter,
Mm-hmm.
you then went to rehab
Yes.
and then came out, met your new husband.
In the junkyard of broken dreams of Alcoholics Anonymous.
Not in the junkyard of
Don't do
broken
it.
dreams.
Don't do it. I do not recommend it.
We don't want to meet ours. Well, you know, I always say, like, you don't want to ever block anything because your soulmate could be
He could.
anywhere.
He could be at the grocery store. He could be in France for all I know.
Yeah. And like, don't make a fucking list of like,
No.
he can't be this. I remember I met some chick, I don't know, this was years ago, but like, can't be a dancer, can't be in a band, can't do this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what if your soulmate is
Right.
like the best dancer in the world? Like, don't do that, you know, just make a list of what you do want. Anyway, okay, I digress. Okay, so rehab, meet your new husband at AA, and then you have 2 more children with him.
And I stayed sober through the pregnancies, right? Yeah.
Okay, so you were sober since
3
rehab.
years.
3 years.
Yes. And in that 3 years, I had 2 children and a husband.
Okay,
Moving fast.
moving fast.
Yeah, we move fast.
And then you got wrapped up into pills. You got
Yes.
introduced to pills, and then you did that for 7 years,
Yes.
which brings us to you being about what, like 30?
I was almost 40.
You were almost 40 by then.
Yeah. So.
And
yeah.
was there like a moment where you were like, was it gradual? Did you just one day decide I'm going to listen to the voices that are telling me to stop doing this shit?
Well, I had enough Alcoholics Anonymous. Well, I had enough 12-step program in me to know that what I was actually doing was not right. I hadn't applied the principles that I do today. You know,
Yeah.
I hadn't applied it. I heard it. It was in there, but when I got tripped up, I just threw it all out the window, and I didn't care. So.
Got it.
Well, I mean, it's hard. You know, raising a kid, period, is hard. Raising 3 kids is really hard. And my middle daughter and I, you know, we clash a lot. And she had ADHD, and it was just like, I wanted to kill myself a lot. You know what I mean? I did not want to do and participate and be a mom. And now here I am, single mom. No dad, no, you know, and I'm doing it all by myself.
Even the dad of the 2 girls?
Yes, he ended up going back to prison because that's where he liked to hang out. That's what you meet in Alcoholics Anonymous.
Your prison mate. Okay, wait. So how old are your children when you are now left by yourself to raise them?
They were young. They were 3 and 4 years old. Yeah. So, and then, like I said, my middle girl was just hard. She was hard. She was hard to handle. She was at times hard to love. I love her because she's my child. But at the time, it was very hard. It was hard.
I mean, just being a parent, like you said, is hard. And I don't believe that we're not supposed to do this alone.
No.
That is not how it is designed.
No.
So the fact that you had to, and are they all 3 girls?
All girls. Crazy. Crazy.
Like, even just this morning, you know, when you have a kid, and all I know is having a kid up to 4 years old, okay? That's what I know right now. But it's so like, there's no stability. There's no, you don't know, how's this morning going to be? How's the next minute going to be? Is he, and like yesterday, the last 2 mornings, beautiful mornings, he slept till 6:30. I had all the time in the world to take care of me. Then this morning, he's up at 5 a.m. screaming for Dada. Dada's not here. He's at the gym. And sometimes he'll come downstairs and let me read and do my things. This morning, this child was fucking pissed.
On it. He was on one.
And you know, you wake up, you're in a fucking bad mood, or he's mad that Dada wasn't there when he needed him. Like, you don't know. And it is just, and I can't imagine having 3 of that and by yourself.
And one that was wound up. She's a type A. She's a type A personality. And growing up with my kids, this is what I did. I grew up with my children. And learning about them as I got older, figuring, you know, teenage years were, oh God, was rough. It was rough.
Still by yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
How old are they now?
Now they are 28, 22, and almost 21.
Wow.
We survived. We
See?
survived.
Listen, if you're going through it and you're like, this is so hard. I literally was suicidal when I first gave birth to my son. For a year after that, we do survive it. And it is all for, I believe it was my biggest gift. Like,
Yes.
you know, it just makes you into the person that God put you here to be.
Yeah. Well, and he blesses the broken road. He absolutely blessed my broken road. As broken as it was for me to walk and carry my kids along the way,
Yeah.
they are outstanding human beings.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
My oldest daughter married the only guy she's ever been with.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, she didn't have to go floating around and, you know, trying on this one and you're cool and trying on that one and whatever. She didn't have to do all that, you know? And then they gave me a grandson. So I'm
Aw.
a grandma, which is the coolest thing ever. It's like a straight up promotion, you know? I got promoted.
Wow, I love that. Being a grandma is promoted.
It's super cool. It's so much fun.
So by the time I'm your age,
Yes.
my son will be 15.
Okay.
So I probably am not going to have a grandchild until I'm very old.
Well, you never know what's in the cards. I'm just saying, you never ever know.
Listen, as cute and sweet as Nova is, I am scared.
It's going to take a special, special woman to love on him too, huh?
I just feel like it's not going to be so hard for him to find some ladies. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So,
He is adorable. Yes, he is.
yeah. Anyways, okay.
And then Kayla,
Your youngest.
no, my middle girl.
Oh, your
the
middle.
hard one.
Oh yeah.
She just got married
Oh my
to
God.
the only guy she's ever been with
At 22?
at 22.
Get
Yes,
it, girl.
They did. They got married. It was a beautiful wedding in December, just December.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And they're moving. I'm moving her next weekend.
Two.
San Diego.
Oh, from here?
Yes.
We're in Vegas, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
I love it here. I love it here so much. I see this trip and I'm like, oh God, I don't know what it is.
It's excitement. It's always
It's life. There's so much life here, and people come here and they're happy and they're coming here to have a good time and enjoy themselves. It's like, you know, people do get nuts, but if you just go home before 9 p.m., don't go back out to the strip before like 10 a.m., you're good.
Yeah.
Those hours in between though,
stay away.
stay.
Yeah. Let them have it. Let the
young
visitors have it.
Yeah, let the visitors, the young ones, let them have that time for okay, so let's talk a little bit about, now that we know a little more about you and what you've overcome in life, which is fucking awesome, by the way. I'm so proud of you. Yeah. Tell me what happened with your health, your weight, and what made you
Okay.
come here.
So, being a crackhead for many years, right?
Is meth the same thing as crack?
No, they're not the same thing, but I can tell you this, that there towards the very end, when I would start to eat and want to get healthy and eat food, I would see weight coming on me and I would start to panic and think that, oh, I'm never going to find anybody. Nobody's going to love nobody's going to love a fat girl.
Wow.
It was body dysmorphia. I didn't know. You know what I mean? And so I would go back and get loaded again just to lose the weight. And that happened for a long time, for a few years, until I, just couldn't take it anymore.
So it was almost like a weight loss situation for you.
Correct. Yeah. Well, I couldn't see myself getting fat. Right? It's almost like
It didn't start there though, right? Like you didn't start drugs because you felt like
I didn't start there, no. But
It
in
ended
the
up-
end, that's kind of where it landed, right? Like where it was taking me.
okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, get sober and have a couple kids. Your body changes. Turn 40, your body changes. So
Big time.
yeah, so I turned 40 and my hormones started changing and I'm putting on weight and, being told, you're beautiful. You could put on 300 pounds and I'd still love you. And I'm like, dude, I wouldn't love me anymore if I put on 300 pounds. So I hovered around. I stayed at like, the heaviest I got was 191. And I was like, if I hit 200, I'm going to freaking want to blow my head off. Like,
But you're tall.
I am 5'9".
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yes, legs.
Yes. All the way up to here.
Woo!
Yeah. So when I hit that, something clicked, man. I was like, okay, now it's time to get serious about my health. And it wasn't even about really my health. Like, not getting diabetes. I didn't give a rip about that.
You're like, I just don't want to be
I
big.
feel like a sausage. I was like an encased sausage. And I saw a picture of me 4 years ago. And I had my whole face, now that I know, was inflamed. Everything was just inflamed. And I didn't know. I just thought I was just put on a little bit of
Did you
weight.
feel fine? Like
I felt
you
fine.
slept fine. You didn't have like brain fog, migraines. Like you didn't.
As far as I know, yeah.
You felt
everything was-
fine.
Yeah, everything was operating as usual. Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, so then I joined kickboxing and I'm like, I'm gonna do something, and I paid a lot of freaking money for it. Right? I paid a lot of money for this kickboxing, and I decided that's what I'm gonna do. So I started the gym and I'm like, I'm doing it. And then COVID hit.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
Not 2020.
Oh, 2020. So I did Beachbody at home, and I did 80-day obsession, and I was, doing the little froggy hops and loving everything that Autumn had for me, and I loved it, and it was great, but I couldn't get past the plateau of 173. I was 173, solid. And then I started seeing you around, and I seen this chick in my face talking about, you want to be this way forever? What do you want to do? You're fat. You're freaking fat. What I love the most about you is that you are not afraid to say the truth. The truth is, I have solutions for you.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is, you don't have to stay where you're at.
Right.
The truth is, if you get a little discipline, a little freaking backbone, and some good tools that I have for you, then you don't have to stay there. And I'm like, well, okay, so let me see how much it's gonna cost.
Cost.
And I was surprised, to be honest.
At how affordable it was?
No, I was like, this shit's expensive.
But like, what else would you spend that? What would you willingly spend that money on?
Girl, I was spending that money on Starbucks and stupid shit all over the place, and it didn't even matter, right? So when I started breaking it down and doing the real math inside, like up here, I put all that on a credit card, and I did not care. And I threw both feet into the water, and I said, I'm going to do this. And then I just kept hearing you more and more and more and more and more. And I lost, it took me 2 years to lose 20 pounds, right? And 3 months to lose 30 with you.
Wow.
So collectively, I've lost 50 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
At the age of 53, no less.
Yeah.
Age really
Doesn't matter.
Like, ladies, honestly, if you're out there and you're like 48 plus in your 50s, I have clients in their 60s, like absolutely crushing it. It is a very simple formula.
It really is not that hard. It really is not.
No, you just have to be
diligent,
dedicated, committed to your health.
Yeah, that's it.
I love, you said something earlier. You said, you don't have to be that way. Like, nobody on this planet Earth, nobody in this country has to be overweight.
Right.
Now, we've come up with many, many justifications and many, many reasons why people are overweight. Oh, I'm sick. Oh, I have depression. I have anxiety. Oh, I'm menopausal. I'm in my 50s. Whatever the reasons are. And you guys, those are absolute bullshit. Every last one of them. You don't have to be fat. You don't have to be overweight. And you just have to be willing to change your habits and change your lifestyle and commit to your health like Kaycee has done. And you haven't just done it this time. You've done it multiple times as an addict, going to rehab, choosing your health. And I'm just sitting here going, you guys, the stress that you have put on your body.
I can't even believe I'm, first of all, alive. And second of all, still have my hair and my teeth.
And your teeth, like save for one.
Except for one. Yeah.
And you look
Thank you.
so young and healthy and strong. The point is healthy and strong. And also it's like, despite having 3 children, putting your body through the ringer for, I don't remember how many years collectively,
25 years.
25 years
25 years collectively
of drug abuse.
of drug abuse.
You are still able to put in the right ethics, the right habits, the proper nutrition, exercise to lose 50 pounds despite all of that.
All of that.
There are literally no excuses. I'm sure you heard Kaycee. She was on her floor in fetal position, wanting to end her life. I think a lot of women that come to me have hit a similar rock bottom as me, which is that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people come to me and say, you don't know what people have been through. And it's true, I don't. And to a certain extent, I don't give a fuck
At all.
what you have been through. And you know why? It doesn't define who you are today. Because if it did, Kaycee wouldn't be here. If
No.
Kaycee was like, oh, but I'm an addict and, you know, I suffer from this and from that and I blah, 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 blah. And my husband's left me and I was a single mother. Like, that's why I'm obese.
No.
No.
No. No.
Actually, quite the opposite.
Yeah. It's time to put your big girl panties on. And what I did was I got my CDL.
What's that? Oh, you
my-
drive big trucks.
My commercial driver's license because I got all these dang kids I got to take care of. How am I going to support them? So I got my CDL when I saw that my marriage was crumbling, and I started driving truck, and I joined the union, and I'm 5 years away from retiring from that job, which
Wow.
is very cool.
Yes.
Yes, very cool, because I'm one of the only women here in Las Vegas that actually drive.
That is so
badass.
Wait, are you ever over there on Dean Martin where all the trucks are?
All the time.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Oh my God, I probably drive by you more times than I know. Oh my gosh. Okay,
Yeah.
so how long have you been doing that?
20, oh, let's see. I started in, 20 years.
Wow.
In May it'll be 20 years.
So what I'm hearing is instead of letting life drive you, you took control of your life, literally and figuratively,
Yes.
started driving your life forward.
Yes.
Like, you guys, you have to hear this loud and clear because I know it gets annoying hearing it from me. And that's why this year I want to bring people, it's so cool learning about your story and hearing other people's experiences. But what you'll see is that everybody suffers, everybody struggles, everybody has a sad story because it is part of the human existence to go through shit. And there's the people who use that as an excuse for why they aren't where they want to be or why they are fat or why they're this, depressed, blah, blah, blah. And then there are the people like my glow getters and Kaycee and myself who use it as a reason to become fucking epic human beings and not be victims to things that life has dealt us.
Right. 100%. I heard one of your reels one time and you said, everybody's got a story or something like that. Everybody's got a sad, sad story. And I'm like, my story's very sad right now. And I have gone through a lot this last year, a lot. But I didn't let it stop me.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to stop me. It might cause me a little hiccup, but it's not going to stop me because I have been through. Do your worst. Do your worst. What you got?
What bring it on.
Yeah.
Like,
what you got?
And when you survive something like that, I think you do gain a lot more gratitude for life.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people get stuck in a wheel of poor me, how could this happen to me? Why is this happening to me? As opposed to
Why not me?
why not you? That's beautiful.
Why not? And in the adversity, what happens? We become stronger.
Yeah.
In the adversity, we become stronger because what are you going to do? Sink or swim?
100%. And for anybody out there too who like believes in God, yes, pray. Prayer is powerful, but prayer without action And I always say this, it's like if you are drowning in the ocean and you pray for God to get you to shore, he's gonna hear you, but you better fucking swim and do your part.
Yes.
And that's the same thing in life is like nobody, you're not a puppet to anybody. You are your own puppet master. Ooh, that's a good reel, by the way. I don't have a puppet master coming along going, here, Claude, get up now. Like you have to be your own master and make your own decisions and go, okay, I've had enough of my bullshit. And that's why I say suffocate your bullshit, because anything that is stopping you from driving forward, from playing offense, from getting results is absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
And you guys, Kaycee's not the first, she's not the last person that you'll hear from on the Claude Code about like going through major adversity and coming out on the other end and making shit go right for herself. Mm-hmm. And how hard was that truly to like make things go right?
It was a decision. It really wasn't that hard.
Okay.
I mean, if you think about it, it was a decision that I had to make.
Yeah.
Am I going to continue to do what I'm doing or not? Am I going to continue to eat food that's not good for my body or not? Am I going to continue to sit here and just watch Netflix and chill, or am I going to get up and go? Right? So it's a decision.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple, actually. It's not always easy, but it is pretty simple.
And I feel though nothing is easy. It's also very hard to sit there and hate yourself. It's also very hard to be controlled by a substance, by food, by Netflix, by Instagram, by porn, and just like everything's controlling you and you're just, that's also hard.
It is. Yeah.
But the difference in the two hards of like choosing the healthy route is that's going to bring a lot of good and a lot of happiness that no, you don't know right now. Because when you're in it, you're like, I'm doing all this hard work. What for? What for? And then if you can fucking stick to it longer than 3 weeks or even 3 months, you'll start to see the rewards.
Yeah. So this year, I lost my mom.
That's right.
Yeah, I lost my mom in May. And when you talk about choosing your heart, like, what did I choose? And being in your program, being a freaking badass glow getter, right? What did I tell? I don't know if it was you or Cara, but I said, I'm relapsing on the cheeseburger for a week. And I gave myself a week. And I ate whatever I wanted. I felt like crap the whole entire time, but I was feeling other crap. So it didn't matter. And what I learned is that this journey is my journey. And so what happened after that? I decided to become an elite client, a business client.
Yes,
Because I feel it's my obligation at this point to share this with other people. And I seen another one of your reels, ethics, people, ethics. Like, don't go giving this stuff away. Like, this is a business. So that's when I came to you and was like, I don't care what it looks like. And I'm sure it's going to cost me a lot of money. But it didn't matter.
But the bigger the investment, the bigger the reward.
For real.
And honestly, like that's something I've been doing for 2 years now. And the investment every time gets
a little
bigger,
larger.
Larger and larger because my goals and my dreams get larger and larger.
Yes.
And if you don't invest, there's no skin in the game. And I had this win this morning, actually, Kaycee, that like, if you want to expand, you have to stretch yourself.
Yes.
And what does that mean? It means getting uncomfortable. It means spending this money that you're scared to spend, and then you expand with it. But if you're constantly sitting here going, well, I don't have the money, or I'm just going to spend $50, you're just staying the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Nope. So I threw down the money.
She sure did.
I threw down the money, and it was scary, and I didn't care. Because then I watched another reel or something, and you talked about the flow of money. And one thing that I did a few years back ago was I bought this beautiful painting, right? beautiful painting.
Oh yeah.
And it was just so that I could release myself from the fear of lack, the fear of lack.
Yeah.
And in that moment, then things started to open up. It was like there was a gate, and I just said, open it up, wide open. And it doesn't matter. But what, am I going to take it with me when I go? No. No, but while I am here, I'm going to learn a few things. I'm going to gain some more relationships and women and people and starting now. I have 8 clients. You know what I mean? I have 8 women. 8
Whose lives you are changing.
whose their life is changing and their people's life. It's not just them specifically. It's their whole families are changing, and it's the trickling that's going on all over. It's so beautiful. It's
The ripple
beautiful.
effect.
Yeah, it's beautiful to watch. It's really beautiful.
And that's, a lot of, I get a lot of people who are like, why do you care so much about what other people look like? And I just want to really reiterate that it's not that we care what you look like. It's that we know that being overweight is unhealthy. And how dare I be so selfish as to keep what I know to get people healthy to myself and not care about you. Right. And the people who say that to me, there's a thing that happens where you transcend self. When you start your healing journey, when I started mine, it was very much about me. Mm-hmm. I got to get healthy. I got to lose the weight. And as you transform and you get results, it stops being about you. Right. And it starts being about, wow, look at all these people I am impacting through my journey.
Yes.
It's not about me. I care because I don't want you guys to suffer. You don't have to struggle. And I have the answer. So fuck the people that are out there judging you, talking shit, who don't have a plan to help you. I have a solution. So I am going to talk shit, and I am going to be in your face because everyone is so stuck on the same kind of content, Mm-hmm. Body positivity and, it's okay. Live your life. Love yourself. And then I'm going to come in with some content that's going to slap you a little bit across the face and bring you to present time. And be like, oh shit, did this bitch really say that?
No, she did. And you should hear her, because I'll tell you one thing that I love the most about this journey is that I was a sausage.
A sausage.
I was a sausage. I did not feel good in a bikini. I did not feel good in my clothes. I wore big, old, baggy clothes. I didn't feel like I was ever going to be sexy again. Ever. Ever. My ass was hanging down, and I had a nice shelf going on, and I see, and I don't mean to be like this, but I see women, and I just want to help them all, like it's your choices that you're making, that it's really not that hard. And it doesn't take that long either. Like it really doesn't. 3 months, 30 pounds gone.
Like what? Like that's worth all the heartache of not being able to eat the food you want to eat and watching everybody around you eat it. That's worth it's worth everything to me. I would do it all over again and spend 10 times what I paid my functional nutritionist. Yep. And also something that you said sparked this in my head. It's like, I don't care what anybody says. Every woman wants to be beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And yes, that does mean lean and fit. And I just had my client Deanna here, who is about, I think she said she's at 245 pounds. And she's like, listen, I can speak like any woman out there who is overweight like me does not want to be that way.
At all.
And if you go look at women's profile pictures, go look at them. A lot of them, they look mad skinny in the profile pic with all these filters, and then you go to their actual page and they're not thin, they're not fit, they're not looking like that, huh? Catfish. But my point is, you obviously want to look like that.
Yes.
Every woman wants to be beautiful, have a body that they're proud of, and that comes with habits that you're proud of.
Yes.
And so when people come to us and they're like, it's not all about the body, and it's like, But your body is your temple. It's the one machine God gave you. So
And it's the only one you have.
the only one you have. And it is not for me being skinny, because there are skinny people who are unhealthy.
Skinny fat.
Yeah. I'm not in the business of that, though. I am in
No.
the business of helping overweight women. And I know for a fact that if you have excess fat, you are unhealthy.
Yes.
So for me, it's like, if being fat was healthy, then I'd be like, I wouldn't care. I would not care. I'd be like, okay, but it is a sure sign that your habits are bad, that you have been eating foods that your body does not like.
Right.
Something ain't going right if you're overweight. And that's all I know. And so I'm saying all that because we find so many justifications and reasons, and body positivity and fat is beautiful. And maybe some people love the way that looks. Don't mean it's healthy.
It's not.
Some people may love the way, somebody who has massive implants and big butt this and da-da-da. That's not healthy. So the point is, are you truly, and I'm looking at you like this because come on now, making healthy choices? And what I've learned recently is that a lot of people just maybe don't really know what that is.
That was me.
Like, we know not to eat fast food. That's like level 0 of being healthy.
At all, but I didn't know that either. Like, I had fast food Fridays. I did for years, and I thought it was okay. I thought fast food Friday, if I only do it once a week, it's all good.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would have Mexican food and love it. I love my Mexican food,
Love it too.
and
I used to think that like fast food or unhealthy food just made me gain weight. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah.
or sometimes it didn't, but I knew it was bad in the sense of like, okay, this isn't the food that's going to keep me like fit.
Or feeling good. And what I've learned now is that when I put that stuff in my body now, my stomach starts tripping and everything. I get lethargic and I don't want to run and I don't want to do anything, or, and then it starts cycling into one day turns into the next day, and if I do that, then, I'm just going to defeat myself all over again.
Yeah.
And so, no.
I used to eat McDonald's and my heart rate would increase. Like,
because there's so much crap in there.
and I'd be like, well,
crap.
I know I'm not going to have it all the time, but I never knew the actual like internal damage that it was doing. And I think a lot of people still don't know about seed oils, and they think they're doing good by eating, drinking this milk and doing that. And it's like, that's why I'm never going to shut up, because it's
And don't ever shut up. Don't ever stop. You know what I mean? Because I know just for me, my life has been impacted.
Thank you. Well, and you're crushing it. You're crushing it. So you lost a total of 30 pounds? Or
With you.
With
Yes.
me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And now you're helping other women do the same?
Yes, I am.
Was there anything particularly hard about doing the program? Anything you found more difficult to overcome?
For me was the consistency of getting up early in the morning to work out. That's hard.
Yeah.
Because it's a toss up between I need sleep, and I need to get up and do my workout, because after work I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So that's where the real struggle was. And then eating the same exact food every single day, switching it up teeny tiny bit, maybe throw some onions in there or something like that.
Yeah.
But eating the same food every day was a little bit challenging, but now I love it. And
You don't have to eat the same food every day, though.
Well,
Did you do that for yourself to keep it simple?
yes.
Okay. Love that.
Yes. And I still, a year later, I'm eating the same food every single day
Yeah.
because I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll have fish or, swap out my steak for whatever, but yeah, I eat the same food every day.
Yeah.
And I tell my clients the same thing. It's whatever.
It's just at this point,
food.
fuel,
Yeah.
and it's to heal. Like, we're a society that is like so ingrained in like food has to taste amazing and be a party in your mouth. Like, completely forgotten the nutritional aspect.
Oh, yeah. The Food and Drug Administration, how they are coupled together.
Oh my God.
Isn't that interesting how the food and drug is one administration?
What the actual fuck? I've never even thought about that
Isn't that
until you said it.
Something else.
FDA.
Yeah, the Food and Drug Administration, they are together because I don't want to get into all that, but it's all bad.
Yeah.
It's all bad.
Yeah.
They do not want us to be healthy because then we won't be on drugs.
And then they won't be making money.
Money. Yeah.
So guys, please listen loud and clear to what Kaycee just said. Like, you can continue to go to your doctor. They can continue to treat your symptoms with medication.
Yeah.
Or you can get out of that system and learn how to truly heal your body forever with proper nutrition.
Yeah.
Like, why? Why is that not taught? Like, why is that not a thing? It's fucking crazy.
It is. Well, God gave us all these wonderful things, right? And I love that we're on a single ingredient, wholesome diet that is very simple.
God's food.
God's food. And even my raspberries are God's candy.
That's
right?
that's right.
I
Shit
love
that
it.
he put here
For us.
for us. Like, animals aren't dumb. Animals, thank God they can't just go to a fucking fast food place. Like, that's the thing too, is animals literally they survive.
Yes.
They know exactly what to do, what to eat to survive, what skills they need to survive. Humans, we fuck it all up. And it's really important to go back to what is helping me survive. What is survival? It's not McDonald's. It's not alcohol. It's not porn. It's not drugs. Those things are literally like killing you.
Yeah.
And you have to open your eyes to that and then take control of your life back.
Yeah. And it's just, you can do it right now, today, right now,
Right now.
right now.
It doesn't have to be baby steps. It doesn't have to be like, well,
I need to wean off the cheeseburger.
the gluten. I need to slowly.
Yes.
If you fucking know it's killing you, why would you slowly remove it? It's not hard.
It's not.
Rip the Band-Aid. It's all up here. And the sad part is a lot of us have to come to a place where we are hurting so bad
Unfortunately.
to actually take action. And the reason why I am so loud is because I don't want you to wait till you're there at that place, till you're diagnosed with a disease that you have to manage every day. Because once your health goes, you guys, and I have Hashimoto's autoimmune, that's it. Every day is making sure that I don't flare that bitch up.
Right.
Making sure that I keep my numbers down, that I keep my gut, intact. And who knows? Obviously, I'm grateful for the journey. I believe that God is using me as an example and a story of hey,
Bullhorn.
and a bullhorn,
Bullhorn.
a fucking bullhorn.
Yes.
You guys have to know too. Everybody speaks and expresses themselves differently for a fucking reason. And that's because God is going to Kaycee and saying, Kaycee, this is who you are. And in your light, express yourself this way. And he's going, Claude, this is your light. Express yourself that way. Yeah. And you don't have to like it. That's fine. But then just move on and go be with someone you do like.
Yeah, you could take the easier, softer way.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, we're Scorpios, so we need that.
We are in your face, kind of.
In your face. I need truth. I need tough love. I can't have no... Where are my strong women out there? You guys know what you do to a little nice, soft, graceful coach. You eat them for breakfast.
You walk all over them, and then you don't do anything, and then what do you have? No results. You have nothing.
Nothing.
Yesterday, one of my girls stood up in front of all my friends and told everybody, she's kind of a bitch. She's kind of a bitch. I was laughing.
I like it.
I'm like, yes, because when you're sick, you still do it. When you get up and you go anyway.
You go anyway.
You go anyway.
You're
It doesn't
tired.
matter.
Your son wakes you up at 5 a.m.
You go anyway.
You go anyway.
Yeah.
And that's on the other side of making those decisions and doing that hard work is that happiness that people are looking for.
Mm-hmm.
It's not in the, I'm going to sit here on the couch and not do anything.
Oh, no.
In the comfortable shit.
Mm-mm.
Like, go throw yourself in a cold plunge today. Tell me how you feel when you're done.
Yes.
Feel pretty powerful, right?
Yeah. That is not for sissies. I'll tell you that.
That is not for, no.
Mm-mm.
No. That's what
But
we
it-
do here.
yeah.
Oh, by the way, Kaycee, I want to start a little something for the glow getters. So if you'll be like the first one to do it with
Tell
me.
me.
Okay. So you know how I'm always like, it's like glow up with Claude, like glow
Yeah.
up. So whenever we see each other, I want to go like this. Yeah. Glow up. Or we could do like both hands. But, oh, what if we go glow up? Like around, glow up.
Blow up.
Yeah. And so like when we have a massive event one day, everybody's going to be like,
Oh, yeah. I love it.
okay, that's
Are
the
we
universal.
Are we doing our thing pretty soon? Are we going to go running? I'm running with you. I'm
Oh,
running.
for the Vegas.
Yes, 53 years old. I'm going to do a 10K, yo.
Come on.
Yeah, and I'm doing a Spartan the next month. What?
A Spartan? What is that?
It's an obstacle course. It is like the big daddy of all obstacle courses.
Guys, you can either be 53, overweight, unable to get up from the couch comfortably, can't play with your grandchildren, can barely breathe, sleeping horribly, on 14 different medications, or you can be like Kaycee and you can be running fucking 10Ks
Yes.
and doing Spartans, running your own business and driving massive 18-wheelers.
Yes,
Like,
it's awesome.
it's on you. It's on you guys, please. Like,
It's a good life, and we have one shot.
one shot.
One shot.
And
You got
if-
one shot. I thank God every day that I can get up and work out because I have so many friends that are incapable of doing it. And they're like, it's hard. It's hard. Yeah, it is. It's only hard for a little while. You know what I mean? It's only hard for a little while until you get yourself under control. It's only hard for a little while.
It's only hard to start. It's hard to start something new. But I've just become a pro at starting new things
Me too.
and
Loving every minute of it.
loving every minute of it. It's like no one's ever going to regret being able to tell these stories of like, you know what I did? At like 40, I took control of my health. I started a whole new business. And then at 41, I started a different business. Like, and then I like went all in on myself and spent $100K on a coach. No one is going to regret being able to like say that.
Yeah.
What a fucking, like, make your life mean something and don't let it just go by and just be a fucking lump on the couch, guys. You're not lazy. You're not meant to be this way. You're meant for, and you guys, if you believe in God and you're Christian, honor your fucking temple.
Well, and you're worthy. Like you're worthy. So many times we don't feel like we're worthy of love, of loving ourselves, of being, because we've all had trauma at an early age or, you know, later on or whatever's happened to you in your life. We were just talking about that. We've all gone through trauma. Everybody's gone through trauma.
Yeah.
And most of us, I know for myself, I felt like I wasn't worthy of love. I wasn't worthy of loving myself. And I had too much stuff going on to even begin to take that step towards the journey of loving myself.
Wow.
Because I wasn't worthy of it. I was too busy, or I didn't deserve to love myself.
You know, Deanna said something very similar, and it's not something that I've ever considered actually, which is interesting, of like people not feeling like they're even worthy to take care of themselves.
Yeah, it's true.
But you are in your, like, if you believe in God and you are God's child, then you are worthy of
Everything.
yeah, you're made in his light and his likeness. Like, how could you not be worthy? You of course are worthy and are capable. Me and Kaycee are not like superhuman.
No.
We're regular old folks.
Yep.
We just made hard decisions, scary decisions, and we showed up when we didn't want to, and we still do.
Yeah.
The journey is never over. That's also something I'm learning.
It's not ever. And I love that.
It's exciting, right?
It
It's like,
is.
what's next?
Yes.
Oh, I failed. I didn't. I went down. I dipped down. What am I going to figure out to get better from here? It's exciting.
It is. Well, and here's another little thing. So because I started getting whatever at 13 years old, I didn't graduate high school at all.
Wow.
So in December, I signed up with Rachel, and
That's right.
I'm going back to school.
And getting certified.
I'm going to be certified as a functional
Nutritionist at the age of 53.
53. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
who cares what age you are? And you guys, you just have to start. Even if you're like 300 pounds overweight, you have to start. It's never too late. I don't care what
not.
disease you have. Nothing. Anything is possible from this moment on.
And you should. You should love yourself enough to at least give yourself a shot to try. You know, I mean, if you stop trying, then what are you even doing? Like, what are you even doing with your life? If you
What's the point?
Yeah.
What is, but I do think that a lot of people are missing sort of like a purpose. And it's important to find that, whether it is for your kids or I don't care if your purpose is that you want to look a certain way. That was my purpose for a while, was I wanted my body
Mine
back.
too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It can evolve. Don't let anybody make you feel ashamed about that. If you want to look a certain way, that's your right. But having a purpose, and if you can't do it for you and you have kids,
Do it for them.
please do it for them or your grandkids.
Yeah.
Like, my son loves my mom and dad so much. And we went ice skating the other day. My dad is 68 years old. And my son is 4 years old, about 40 pounds. And my dad picks him up on the ice rink and is floating, skating across.
Nice.
Now imagine my son being like, buddy, that's my dad's name, like, skate with me. And he can't.
Right.
Imagine my son coming up to me and be like, mama, carry me down the stairs. And I can't. Like, see how it's selfish not to take care of you. Your kids aren't going to give a fuck about, somebody said to me, like, do you remember any Christmas presents you got growing up?
One or two, but not anything serious.
I don't even think I remember one. I was like, that's so true. Because parents are like, well, I got to spend money on presents, when really you should be spending money on your health. Because what I remember is my dad being able to like split an apple in half with his bare hands.
Oh, cool.
And put like me, my brother, and my mom on his shoulders and being like, that's my fucking dad.
Strong. Yeah.
Strong,
Hero.
able.
Yeah.
Like when he tore that apple in half with his hands because he didn't have a knife down in his garage in front of my friend, I was like, yo, my dad is the fucking shit. What did he just do? And he would beat people at arm wrestling all the time, like family members. And I just remember being so proud of him. And, my mom is very athletic too. And she's always been capable of, she hangs, man. Like, if me and Noah want to go do something, my mom's like, let's go. Like, she is down to go hiking, on a motorcycle ride. She rides roller coasters.
I love that.
And that's what I remember. Your kids remember that shit. Like, think about your grandson who's going to be like watching you run a fucking 10K.
Yeah. And we run around Disneyland and we run around anywhere. Grandma is the grandma that goes. We go.
That leaves a mark.
Yes.
A good one.
Yes.
A massive impact. And that's what we're here. What else is life for if you're not leaving a positive impact on people around you. That's what we're all here to do.
Yeah.
So get to it, people. Kaycee, you are an amazing human being.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Is there anything else you would like to tell the world about you? Oh, what's your Instagram? Kaycee Frost.
Kick it with Kaycee.
Kick it with Kaycee.
Kick it with Kaycee.
Follow
Okay,
her,
yeah.
show her a lot of love on Kick It with Kaycee.
Yeah.
If you guys like this episode, well, I didn't let you finish. If you had some last words for.
Some last words. I don't know. If I could say anything, I'd just say go. Just go. Just don't be afraid of what other people think or what other people have to say. Just get in the freaking truck and go, man. Just do it, because we have one life and it's very short. We have one life, glow getters, one life.
Glow up.
Glow up.
Glow up. Well, you're amazing, Kaycee. Thank you.
Thank you.
And if you guys liked our episode and you want to see more of these, leave us a comment, share this episode with your friends, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications on YouTube. If you're on Apple Podcasts, leave a review, share this episode on your social media with your friends, and we will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.